So shortly after that, about 4 to 6 months into that, I knew pretty quickly that that wasn't going to be something that I wanted long term. So I don't propose frequent job hopping on short time frames. But if you know it's something you're not into, figure out a way to move on. You're not giving value.
The sooner you can stop something that exactly what you're saying is you can tell you already know is not a long-term trajectory for you.
Yeah.
Because that's how the job hopping happens, is you kind of you're like, I think you don't know what your thing is yet.
Yeah.
And so you're just kind of trying the next thing, and you're always uninspired. You're never really giving it your all.
Well, I've looked at my career as like the way you iterate product is the way I've iterate finding my way and what I want to do with my career. And so like you want infrequent enough transitions that you have time to like build up some subject matter knowledge at certain opportunities. But having done, oil and gas sales, the other startup, consulting, 2 product management roles, and then, just in Texas, I'm on my 7th opportunity.
Wow.
In 12 years.
Nice.
So,
But I think you make a good point, too, that some of those, almost all of those, they were opportunities that you were heavily invested in for one reason or another. At the time that you were doing it, you're like, hey, I'm going to do it the best I can.
I do everything the best.
I'm going to learn sales really well. I'm going to get back to engineering. I'm going to do engineering really well for digital medical.
Yep.
And then the business development stuff. And there's really only, even though you've done all those jobs, you're always investing fully. And even in the Microsoft one, it's like, hey, I can't invest fully in this, so I'm out. I'm going to go find the thing I can
Well,
invest
I never don't put all my effort into whatever I'm doing. There's a level of like personal accountability that I hold to always try. I have kind of a motto that I like burn the boats, but not the bridges.
Burn the boats, but not the bridges.
So maintain, always work in a way that you can always maintain a positive rapport or light with the people that you worked with. They would speak highly of your work product, but burn the boats is like, I'm not going back to that opportunity. So people say don't burn a bridge, right? That's burning relationships. Right. Burning the boats in my mind is like, I'm on this, and there's no leaving this island.
Yeah, okay, I see.
Until I build a new boat to go somewhere else.
I see. Okay, got
so
it.
that's something I say from time to time.
Burn the boats, not the bridges. Meaning, like, there's no thought in your mind of, oh, I can just quit this and go back and I can move backward or whatever. Right. It's like, no, I'm here now. I'm gonna bloom where I'm planted. I'm gonna just make the most of it and look forward to the next thing I do that sort of builds on top of this thing.
Yes. And there's value, even though I didn't like the project management aspect of that role, there's still value in working with data engineers and data architects and learning like data warehousing and how companies might migrate to the cloud if they're on-prem, which was, even in 2021, it's crazy to think that like more companies weren't like just chomping at the bit to get off on-prem. But there's still value in getting exposed to that, even if like the daily activities weren't something that was fully fulfilling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But so I never phoned it in. I can't.
Yeah.
It's not in my blood to phone it in. So
where does that come from?
I don't know, man. I think it's just something you're born with. I do. Or you have to at least have the taste of what it feels like to be motivated and inspired to like work on whatever you're working on. I think everybody's got it. They may just be phoning it in life, potentially, in the sense that they haven't found that yet. And so the job is just the job. And I've had the good fortune, for better or worse, to not be making enough money and too much money in any of these roles for me to consider keeping the job versus moving on to something else that was more fulfilling. Because there's a threshold where people will like, well, I'm getting paid so much or whatever. I've never had that because I've worked at early stage companies. And then my first job at Honeywell was a mechanical engineer at Honeywell. You're making entry-level engineering salary. Good money at that age, but it's not like...
It's not something you can't give up and try again later.
Yeah.